and welcome to 7 Minutes of Good News. I'm your host, Kevin Forsyth, and today we will discuss what's going on. By now, I'm sure many of you have picked up a few household projects, such as cleaning the backyard, painting the house, or finally giving into that honey-do list. Either way, the need to keep ourselves busy around the house has probably increased over the last 60 days. I've recently developed new projects at home. One of my projects includes installing a new shed in our backyard. Luckily, my father-in-law was willing to help, and I decided to take the time to ask him a few questions. He is a local small business owner, and we'd like to see how 10 weeks of shelter in place has or hasn't affected his business. Now I want to welcome Rick Oraquita to the studio. Rick, how you been?
I've been okay. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. You hanging in there with this quarantine, this lockdown?
Yeah. We're hanging in there.
How's the family been?
Everybody's been pretty good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm glad to have you on the show.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I appreciate it.
No,
Appreciate it, and it's good to be here.
So you're into roofing, right?
Yeah.
How's work been for you?
It's been a little different now, for two reasons. I believe number one reason is the COVID-19, of course, and people are worried about being in contact and contracting the disease.
Yeah.
And number two is people worried about their finances, their money, and their future. What's going on? You know, other business owners or people that work for companies that shut down or businesses that shut down. I mean, we've been fortunate. God's really helped me and my family. But there's others out there that are really, really hurting and in trouble.
Yeah, no, I've never seen a pandemic. I don't think many people now have seen this kind of thing. I know there's been three in the past 100 years or so.
Exactly.
With 1918.
Well, yeah, I think it was 1917, 1918, right around there.
That time.
A couple years, yeah.
And then the one in 19 is the Hong Kong flu.
1967 and 1968, the Hong Kong flu.
I know some people have actually, in their hundreds, have survived all three.
Right.
Which is absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Anybody that went through all three of those situations and survived, they need to make a statue of them and put it up into the city they live in.
Yes, a full statue, not a medal, a full statue.
Right, not the medal. Let's go a statue of them.
Yes.
Because that's what they deserve.
Yes.
What was that one guy, 103?
Yeah.
And he got went into the hospital with COVID-19 and wheeled out, and I seen some clips on it, and he had his hands raised and everything.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
I would be very happy too. I'll be thanking God every single day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's amazing. Do you have any advice for any other small business owners out there during this time?
Well, I'd like to give advice to not just small business owners, but people in general.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if you don't know the Lord, or you don't pray, or you don't have any faith, or you don't believe in Him, I think now would be a good time to start.
Absolutely.
And those that do believe, my message to you is keep believing.
Yeah.
Those that don't, start believing. And I just heard a statement recently, and it actually was from the president. And he said, "You know what? We need more prayer.
Yes.
We don't need less prayer."
Yes.
And he's exactly right, and that's my message to everybody.
Yeah. No, prayer is key. I mean, America was built on prayer, and God is the only one that's going to get businesses, small business owners like yourself and your family and everyone. So no, I 100% agree with you. So, well, I hope you stay safe. I hope your family stays safe. And thank you so much for being on the show. We really appreciate it.
Well, I really appreciate the invitation, and it was a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, awesome. Well, we'll see you next time.
Thank you, and God bless America.
All right, God bless. All right, so today we are going to show you a few life hacks we've come up with while being home during this time.
First, we're going to show you how to make infused ice cubes. All you're going to need, maybe some cucumber, strawberry, pineapple, whatever fruit you'd like. I have chopped them up here in about dime-sized pieces. All you're going to do is place them in your water-filled ice tray. Just like that. Now that they are all full, place in the freezer. Another life hack is converting your pepper shaker to an Oreo grinder. All you do, take about 6 Oreos, take all of the filling out of the insides, break them up to about this size. Once you have them in that form, stick them into your pepper shaker. Scoop yourself a nice bowl of ice cream. We prefer Rocky Road. And then grind up some Oreos on top of your sundae. Another life hack is taking the top off of your egg carton. I completely just cut the first half of it off, setting that down and utilizing that as not only a phone stand, but also something you can use for snacks.
Here are a few announcements. Now on to our bread of the day. Today's bread of the day comes from the book of Jonah. We read about Jonah's calling to go to Nineveh and warn them of their wickedness. Instead, Jonah fled to Tarshish to avoid what the Lord had laid on his heart. Jonah was sailing away from where he was supposed to be, but the Lord caused a great storm. And once the others caught wind of what was happening, they threw Jonah off the boat and into the deep sea. Jonah was then swallowed by a great whale and remained in the belly for 3 days. During this time, Jonah cried out to God for help, and the Lord caused the whale to release him on dry land. I believe that Jonah reached rock bottom and realized you can't outrun God. No matter where he was or what his plans were, Jonah could not get away from the reach of God's all-powerful arms. Jonah tried to disguise himself in a boat full of strangers, but even they didn't want to get in the way or have anything to do with the fight that was going on between Jonah and the will of God. Sometimes it takes the belly of a whale to get us to self-reflect, but God is always willing and is just a prayer away. He will come to you. You just have to cry out. That's all for today. Join us next week for 7 minutes of good news. I'm your host, Kevin Forsyth, and we are KCAC. All right, cut. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. All right, just kind of scroll. Yeah, keep going. Keep going. Right, let's go down. Good.